Happy to meet you again. Today we are going to discuss about a slightly more content intensive topic on entrepreneurship in terms of the type of business the entrepreneur is intending to do. There are three types. It is either a foundational or a transactional or a transformational. The business could be in terms of product or service. Irrespective of that, these FTT, foundational, transactional, or transformational, either of these three could be applicable for both customer as well as for entrepreneur. For example, if it is a foundational type of business, example, you may be entering into a customer or a market as like an arrowhead, you go and take a business there. So that may not be your prime business, but just is an entry point. So that is a foundation. On the other hand, if it is for the entrepreneur's point of view of their own business, then it could be a beginning or the first cut or the first project or something which gives an entry into the market. Or it could be like a simple a project which the entrepreneur is trying to do for a customer. Or it could be a product which like a MVP, viable product for a customer. So that is a kind of foundational aspect. Transactional is like you give me a job, I will complete. For example, data entry. The user gives, the scope begins with the beginning of that job and ends with the end of the job. After that, there is no business interaction. So I like a brokering. Okay, you ask for something, I complete it. Maybe I will repeat this for many customers, many business processes. But from that perspective, it's a transactional. There is no binding on the entrepreneur to the customer beyond the transaction. On the other hand, transformative is a kind of business process change. Or that brings in more revenue or reduces the cost or increases the brand value of both a customer or for the entrepreneur's company. It includes that. So it could be either of these. So when you are in a transformative business, the whole thing changes. The customer used to do something before like this, but after that, the customer does it completely differently. Or for the entrepreneur's point of view or from that company's point of view, all these years or all these months I have been doing the business this way. Now I introduce a concept or a way of doing things that transform my company's or the product is going to transform the customer's business process. So that's a completely transformative. When it is transformative, very highly likely that both revenue and brand and trust will be there. Whereas for transactional, it is just a revenue and nothing much beyond a brand. Nothing much beyond a revenue. There is no brand value per se. Entry or arrow mark is only for setting up a credibility in the so that you build a trust over a period of time with that customer. There are many people of late who are trying to get into entrepreneurship or doing business. They may be passionate about a lot of things, but we already discussed about how the knowledge the so-called help, finance, everything is going to help in the setting up of entrepreneurship. Beyond all that, the entrepreneur has to be passionate about certain things with which he or she is going to pursue that business. But you cannot forget there are some constraints. There will be some constraints. The constraints could be in terms of finance, or it could be personal in the sense, for example, travel. There are many people who may not be willing to travel for whatever reason. So, like that, there could be a lot of constraints on the personal side or on the business side, or business includes employees stuff also, or the kind of business you try to do, there could be a lot of constraints. So the passion on one side, and you have to always remember the constraints. And when you are going to cross a bridge, it's not that you cross the first step or second step or n minus one step. You have to cross the bridge means you have to cross the bridge and move to the other side. So to get into the other side, there is no point in it. It's like a binary. There is no point in saying that now I crossed 50%, I crossed 25%, or 99%. So if you are going to drop off after 99%, then probably you have wasted whatever time it took from nothing to 99%. So be firm on your passionate ideas, and at the same time be aware of your constraints and try to find out a solution how to overcome that constraint so that you still pursue on the passionate subject with which you are trying to get into the business. There are always these two aspects, like revenue or money earning, that is on one side, and brand on the other side. You can't build a brand overnight, so you need to start with the revenue. The revenue has to help you to build a trust that will get transformed to a brand. Then the brand gets you the required revenue. So as long as this process, revenue, build trust, and get to the brand, then it's you are able to cross the bridge in the way that you'll be still happy doing your passionate job, and still you are making revenue, and still you are building a brand for yourself. Just if you stop somewhere in the revenue or money earning process, then what happens is that the moment you get into the market, or the customer knows that you are doing certain things, then the others in the market get to know about what you are trying to do. So it will be easier for them, whoever has got a lot of money or resources, etc. It's easier for them to do it cheaper than what you are doing and faster than what you are doing. And if you are going to drop off after 50% or 99%, then you will end up in cost burdens, and a lot of frustrations, etc. will come up. So when you start off with 100% in mind, then reveal your revenue or brand identities at a very cautious stage till you come to a point. Either it could be 100, or it could be 99, or 90, 80, whatever that number is. Come to that level, then make people aware that you are present. So the day you feel that, or rather others feel that you are present, that is the day your brand should be introduced, or you should have a recognition for the brand. And always remember that the per sale revenue will be definitely, that money will be less than the cost for which you are trying to produce. So if you are going to drop off or get slower, what happens is that cost is going to increase. Maybe initially it will gradually increase, then it will start exponentially increase. So don't fall into that trap. So get your brand. If at all you are planning for a brand, identify the date approximately from the start, maybe after 2 years, after 5 years, like that, plan in advance, and decide whether the foundation is going to help you build the brand, or transformational or transactional. So identify on that, keep certain things in stealth so that people don't know much about you, and at an appropriate point you just be open so that others recognize you as a brand. Revenue is one way of looking at it, but the real message is that sustained revenue is the point. One day you get X number of bucks, and the next day you are zero. Then it's going to be ups and downs. Instead, try to have a business model in such a way that you get a sustained revenue over a period of years, and at the same time the brand value also increases over the same period of time. So remember these three. When you have options to take decisions on whether you want to do this way, that way, when to build brand, when to let know others about your business, do that. Take that decision. Otherwise, lack of decision is also a decision, but you don't have a choice at that stage. When there are multiple options, choose the best option that fits you. Otherwise, you will be forced to take an option, and that option will be the one which is last, and there is nothing much you can do. This means that when you want to get into an entrepreneurship journey, take that decision. Probably you may be working somewhere, or you may be contemplating for a suitable opportune time to start off something. Whatever it is, take that decision to go for it or not to go for it. You can always revise the decisions at any point in time, but if you don't decide when there are options, then you will be left only with whatever that is left with. So that may be good, that may not be good for you. So consider these things, the foundation, transactional, and transformation, into your consideration, and take an appropriate decision. Look for the brand and the revenue, and just do it. Thank you for watching this today. This is Gokul. Have a nice day. Cheers. Bye.